Hey everyone, it's Grace with Uniquely Grace Designs and the Furniture Refinishing Academy. And I'm sitting here working on this project right here, waiting for my primer to fully dry. I was scrolling through Facebook and I wound up finding a few posts about cure times. And so one of the questions was, do you wait to list your items until your item is cured? Dry time is not the same as cure time. So if you're new to this, dry time is dry to the touch, like this is right now. Cure time is usually typically anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the sealer product that you're using and your paint products. So always read the label and it will tell you what your cure time is. So it could be 2 weeks, it could be 3 weeks, it could be 4 weeks. Typically, it's not more than 4 weeks if you're using furniture paint. If it is longer than 4 weeks, you're probably not using furniture paint, or you're using kind of a lacquer, thicker kind of base, and so it needs oil base. Takes a lot longer than water base. Okay, so cure times. Do you list your item for sale before it's done curing? And enormously, the majority was saying they don't. They list it right away as soon as it's done to the touch, dry to the touch, and they send it on their way as soon as it sells. So I got a couple of points regarding that. I don't always wait until I post my items for sale, but I do inform in the post, as well as when they come to look at it, that they cannot pick it up until a certain time. Before they even come, I make sure they are aware. This is done. You can look at it. You can see if you want it. You can put a deposit on it, but it's not able to leave my home until it's cured. There are a few reasons why that is so important. Number one, a lot of people will send off a little kit that has a little sample, but the problem is unless you send a sealer, that sample is not always going to match. And so you need to send a sealer and a paint color. Not everything is a solid color paint. If you're blending and things like that, doing some fancier work, then the samples aren't gonna work for the customer to patch any problems they might have in transportation. If they transport that piece to their home and it's not cured, there's a high chance of it getting scratched and getting damaged in some way, shape, or form with the finish. And if they even do something as simple as put a glass of water or something that will create condensation on the side on it, then they're going to ruin the finish before it's cured, potentially. Also, if they put something heavy like a lamp or a vase or a stack of books or a sculpture or any kind of decor that's heavy, and they set it on the top of that piece before that top sealer is cured, when they go to pick it back up, it's gonna stick to the paint and it will pull off on the bottom where all that weight is pressuring down into the surface. It also could leave a dent. So, and you'll be able to feel it, or you'll be able to see it where the paint was removed or the sealer was removed. And so it's highly important not to just send them home with marching instructions and say, don't put anything on it for 3 weeks or 4 weeks, because they're not going to wait. They're going to be so excited that they just got this brand new piece and they're going to want to decorate their room, and they're not going to wait. They might wait a week and then they're going to forget that you gave them instructions to wait 4 weeks. Okay, so it's highly important that you make sure that you set your customers up for success. Set them up for success. Give them care instructions. Give them a sample packet to, just in case anything happens, to fix and repair any colors and sealers. However, remember that in transit, they're getting strapped down, they're getting wrapped, they're getting shuffled around in whatever vehicle they're in as they drive down the street. They're getting moved in and out of 2 houses. I have a military spouse and I've moved quite a few times, more than a handful of times. And I can guarantee you that things get dinged in and out of the house probably more frequently than they do when they're shuffling around in the truck with all the other items, okay? So things get broken, things get dented, things get scratched, things get rubbed up against. So the friction when driving, if something's rubbing up against it, it will wear whatever surfaces are touching. So that is huge, okay? So there's all kinds of reasons why you need to send it off with the best quality finish, cured finish that you can possibly give to your customers and set them up for success for something they just spent a lot of money on with you. Okay, this is the sign, in my opinion, of a great furniture refinisher, of a professional furniture refinisher, because it means you care that they're going to get the biggest and best product that'll last them a lifetime from the get-go, and they'll be willing to spend more money with you if you care enough like that. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Just some tips from Grace with Uniquely Grace Designs. Have a great day. Mwah. Ciao.